it's good to bear in mind when we're talking about power and force that a fusion is needed in between both of them so they can function as a whole in a healthy, holistic way. Looking at the laws of the thermonuclear dynamics, well, law 1 being don't talk about thermonuclear dynamics because nobody wants to hear it. There's another maybe ultimate duality too, and that is power and force, isn't it? I mean, there was that book called Power versus Force that I think a guy named David Hawkins wrote. Probably worth a read. I think I did once upon a time, but I can't remember what the contents were now. I don't know if he said that power was better than force, or that they're both kind of needed and a fusion between them both is needed. Do you know what I mean? Which I would suggest, having kind of thought about it and contemplated it, I would suggest that power would be feminine and force would be masculine, right? And you can't have one without the other. It's kind of suggested in the laws of thermonuclear dynamics. But one of the laws is you can't have a pressurized system existing in a void or vacuum without a barrier to contain, like a force field or a barrier to contain that system of things, that powerful system of things. So that's good to bear in mind when we're talking about that you can't have force without power and you can't have power without force. Like, force needs a charge of power behind it in order to operate, doesn't it? A force of nature, for instance, has to be backed by power of some kind. And then with power, you can't just have power, like I said before, existing in a vacuum without a kind of force field around it to protect the power in order that it can be utilized in the best possible way. So I would suggest that they were examples of power and force both needing each other, nuclear fusion wise. It's just something to think about, isn't it? Quite interesting.